Guys, Gamers here, back on my video. Today I'm playing some more robots, and today I am going to be talking about the freaking nerf. And I'm not going to be using text because I have a lot to say about this. If I'm going to be using text, I'm going to be sitting there just editing for like 1 hour straight, and I am way too lazy to do that. And the one thing I want to say about this nerf is that it's an absolute joke. It's a huge joke. Because, like, for instance, the freaking Nightingale, the one problem it has had was the fact that it could just go ahead, go on top of a beacon, capture it, while in its ability. That was always its problem. The problem was never the fact that the flight duration was just way too long. The problem has always been, and why the hell is just... The problem has just never been the fact that it's just way too long. It's the fact that you can capture beacons while in ability when no one can hit you. That's the one problem. So, this nerf is just one big heck of a joke. Like, it's a joke. Like, literally, it's a joke. And another thing is the shredders. The shredders problem has always been the fact that the effect accumulation for the drones are just way too quick. That's the problem, okay? But what did Pixonic decide to do? Oh, the logical thing Pixonic decided to do is that they decided to go ahead and just decrease the damage and also freaking add to the reload speed. That was never the problem of the freaking shredder. Another thing is for the Hawk. It is also another big joke. Why would they nerf it so that it deals less resistance bypass when the problem was never the resistance bypass? The problem has been the fact that it's always been the fact that it's dealing just way too much damage. So guys, Games here, back where I will be playing some more robots, and today I am going to be making a video about why this nerf sucks. And afterwards I'm going to be making a video about the meter robot and the other two weapons, Magnetar and Hornet. So let's start off with the nerf. So first of all, let's just talk about the Hawk. Why the hell is the Hawk nerfed? It's the one robot. Yes, the ability is horrible. Yes, I can agree on that. The ability is horrible, but the fact that you just had to freaking nerf the Hawk because of why? Because the freaking Hawk. The Hawk has a pretty the Hawk deals way too much resistance mitigation, making tanks absolutely useless in the game. That correct? That's correct, huh? So instead you could have just decreased the damage instead of just taking away the mitigation, because now the Hawk is practically worthless. It was meant to be the anti-Titan. It was meant to be the anti-Titan, not the robot. Yes, it still deals the same thing to Titans, but not robots. You see, you could have just decreased the damage, because I've seen Hawks destroying Mings in one full go. It's like an absolute joke. This thing this nerf is one big joke. And another thing, another one is, what do you call that thing? Nightingale. The Nightingale absolutely sucks. I hate the Nightingale personally because of one, it can fly on top of you and capture the beacon still. But it doesn't mean that taking away its taking away its time, its time, and what else? The time for its flight duration, and the timing for its, the speed for it. That does, you should just simply make it so that you can't just, you should just make it so that you can't capture beacons while in stealth. That's a logical thing you should do. It's the most logical thing you should be doing. And look at that. Freaking Mega Shield just saved me. And the fact that they're also just, I'm mad that they're freaking nerfing the Scorpion. What has the Scorpion ever done? What has the Scorpion ever done? The resistance is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the fact that it has 12 seconds ability duration. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with the fact that it's just what do you call that? It has a 100 defense mitigation. Defense points. The problem has always been the fact that 350 meters away, you could have Havoc and Scar, and you can close the distance in just 2 seconds. You can close the distance in like 2 seconds. That's the problem. Not the fact that the defense is way too high, not the fact that it's 12 seconds duration, it's the fact that it's the fact that you can get in there and kill like 5 people and then get the heck out of there just as quickly as you got. Has always been the problem. That is the problem. And the Shredders too, it's the Shredders. Why nerf the Shredders so that they do less damage and have a higher reload? The problem is because the accumulation effect is way too quick. Come on, frick! And the nuclear, they deserve a nerf at the bottom. Why? Because they make drones useless. On the other hand, they have infinite ammunition. They bypass energy shields. They have 500 meters range. 500, okay? 500 meters. And lastly, the fact that they deal so much damage. I don't know what the nerf it got means. I do not know what it means. But the reason why it should be nerfed is because of the damage. Not whatever cool freaky thing. But because it absolutely just deals way too much damage. So instead, you should have simply as possible, just take away the damage. Take away the damage. Is that way too hard? Take away the damage? Is it way too hard to ask to take away the damage? Is it way too hard? No, it's not too hard. Because of how powerful it is. Like, come on, what the frick? And another thing is that there are weapons like Havoc, Skitter, and the Devastator that literally has the ability to, within 200 meters range, take away a person's ability to heal and take away its ability, a person's ability, and deals double damage to physical shield. And it also deals way too much damage on the other hand. It should be nerfed. Another thing freaking comes. The Typhoon. Within 500 meters range, I believe, or 350 meters range, you can take away a person's ability to use a ability, and can also take away a person's ability to move, and you can disable someone's weapon along with an Aegis shield that you cannot walk into, and 4 medium weapons. 4 medium weapons. That's more firepower. Than a Ravana. And you nerf the Ravana. Why? Because of one. The Ravana could close distance extremely quickly, capture beacons and transcend. And what else? Because it has way too much health. And the same thing, those nerfs are unnecessary because of one reason. The problem was the fact that you could capture beacons inside. Transcend. The thing is the Hawk's other nerf for not having reflector of not having reflector while ascending or descending. Is why the Hawk's reflector is the one thing that makes the Hawk worth to grind for. It's the one thing that makes the Hawk worth to grind for. It's if the Hawk didn't have a reflector, I would not be trying to get the Hawk. For all this time, I wouldn't be trying to get the Hawk, because while in flight, it relies on the reflector. It relies on the reflector because of one reason. You're dealing extreme damage outputs. So of course everyone's going to be wanting to fire at you. Everyone wants to kill you. Everyone wants to get you out of there. So of course there's going to be a lot of people just firing at you. The second you come out of your cover, and fire at someone, chances are the entire enemy team is going to turn at you and then fire. That's what makes the Hawk worth of a robot, because unlike every other robot in the game aside from the Aojun and Aojin that gets stealth or resistance while in flight, or the Raven that has increased damage output while jumping, the Hawk has a reflector shield and unmitigatable an unmitigatable resistance that makes it so that it's protected while in flight, so that it doesn't instantly get lit up and then destroyed the second it comes out of its cover to open fire. That's the one thing that has given the Hawk such a high rank in the ranks of being one of the best in the list of robots and war robots. That's the one reason, because it has the ability to defend itself, while in its ability it is more that's what makes it special. That is what gives it its purpose of being a damage dealer. Because you can't be a damage dealer while you are being destroyed. You cannot be a damage dealer when there are people who are focusing on you every time you come out of cover, so that you don't get destroyed the second you come out. That's the one thing that makes the Hawk a worth it robot to use. So why did you pick Sonic? Why? Why did you take away its one reason for being a good robot? It's one reason for being a good robot. One reason. It's one reason for being a good robot. It's literally an absolute joke that its reflector was removed upon ascending or descending. Oh, and another thing. Why not nerf something else, like the sonic weapons? Make like 50% not be able to do healing. Why not nerf the Cataclysm or the Cyclone? Why not nerf the energy machine guns so that they deal less damage? Why not nerf the Typhon? Why not nerf the Cerberus? Why not nerf the freaking Minos? Or even just take away its good, or even take away the Hawk's damage output, or at the slightest nerf, or at the slightest buff the freaking vortexes or the aphids or the Thermites. Why? You're nerfing robots that shouldn't even be nerfed. Like, and another thing you should be working on: the aiming system. Aiming system should be updated. Lag should be stopped. The lag should be stopped. Or maybe you should go ahead and try nerfing the leech so it's not literally invincible while you are fighting it. Because when you are fighting a leech, every time you hit the leech, you are going to be dealing more damage. You are going to be dealing more damage to yourself than you are going to be dealing to the leech. You can hit it with corrosion weapons. You can hit it with the flamethrower weapons that both cut straight through the resistance. But you're still going to be taking damage straight back into you. You're going to be taking damage straight back into you. Or maybe you should at least nerf Bernadette Wolf, the one pilot that gives Fenrir a million HP. If you put in other pilot skills and healing. Why not nerf the Loki? Or even at least nerf the Strider so it doesn't just go all across the entire map. I have seen Striders. I personally used a Strider before. I have seen a Strider go from point A, their base, to all the way to the enemy base with one dash and one hop. Or at least even nerf the shell so it doesn't. So in MK2 level 12, it doesn't have like a million. It doesn't have like a million HP. Or make it so that Shell cannot use Anso Shield. Huh? Is that not too much to ask? And look. Sonic weapons absolutely just wrecked. Or at least nerf something like the Aljun, big or the Hawk's damage up. Or maybe you can make it so that the bulwark has less shield health. Like the bulwark is weak. The amount of damage it can take and be completely fine is insane. You could have someone just shooting at the bulwark, and the bulwark's Aegis shield absorbs it all. He turns over to his physical shield, and he's going to be completely fine. By the time you somehow break through the physical shield, his Aegis shield is going to be back up. By the time you get halfway through his physical shield, his Aegis shield is going to be completely fine, and then he's going to be back. He's going to be back there again, and you're going to have to go through the entire thing again. Or maybe you can at least and then maybe you can at least nerf another robot, like what? The Phantom. The Phantom is way too powerful. The Phantom not dash unit, jump unit. You activate ability, you start running, and then you can jump, and then you're going to cover like 50 meters distance. You're going to be able to cover 50 meters distance with one jump. One jump. That's what it takes. Or maybe you should at least nerf the Yaga. Nerf the Yaga. Or what do you call that? The sniper weapons that can bypass resistance. Because those things are also pretty powerful. Or maybe at least nerf the Ravana. Give it the ability to be able to have all that health. But make it so that it at least have a longer cooldown. And shorter ability, yeah. Give it at least a shorter ability so it's not that powerful. Or maybe, like, at least make it so that you cannot capture beacons in stealth. Make it so that you cannot capture beacons in stealth. Because the Loki, I have to be using my Mercury, which is the only counter I have in my hangar against a Loki. If my Mercury gets killed, what do I have against a Loki? I have nothing to fight against a Loki. I have to somehow get together with my team and use our lower weapons to try to hope that we can hit it. We have to hope that we hit it. Or at least nerf. Or at least nerf the freaking Nightingale, so that it doesn't have such a long ability. You decrease its speed, you decrease... Wait, what? Again? Flying speed and repair radius, and increased flight time. I am extremely mad. I am not too happy about this nerf. I'm not too happy about this nerf because it's an absolute joke. This nerf is not necessary. Flight height, you should at least, it should be the same as usual, so that you can at least hope to just fire at it when you're at the exact same level. Increase flight height. Did you see how much flight height I got just now? Nothing could hit me unless it was an Aojin See you guys on the next video.